What if the air around us suddenly became so thin and carbon dioxide rich that trees choked, oceans boiled away, and our world turned crimson in the sky? Imagine one morning stepping outside and the horizon feels hollow, the breeze weak, and the sky no longer blue but rust-colored, heavy with dust and gas. On our planet, Earth's atmosphere is roughly 78% nitrogen, 21% oxygen, and only 0.04% carbon dioxide. Meanwhile, the atmosphere of Mars is almost the reverse, about 95% carbon dioxide, a few percent nitrogen and argon, and barely any oxygen. Now picture this: Earth's atmosphere slowly shifting toward Mars' state thinner, mostly CO, nearly no breathable oxygen, barely any pressure. In this introduction, we'll explore the what-if scenario. What if Earth's atmosphere became like Mars? We'll show how it might happen, what the immediate consequences would be, the long-term fallout, and finally a surprising twist about what this means for us. Let's set up the scene. What would it take for Earth's atmosphere to become Mars-like? Perhaps a massive loss of oxygen through dying life forms, or a runaway greenhouse effect that flips our air composition, thinning pressure over millennia. Or maybe the magnetic field weakens and solar wind strips away our atmosphere, just as it did on Mars. As Earth's air becomes thinner, the partial pressure of oxygen drops, and nitrogen and oxygen vanish relative to carbon dioxide buildup. Slowly the air chemistry shifts. CO becomes dominant. The protective ozone layer disappears. Ultraviolet light floods the surface. Picture the transition. Day by day weaker air, nights freezing, days scorching, oceans evaporating, skies turning dusty orange. First consequence: within weeks, the oxygen level is too low for healthy human breathing. People gasp at sea level. Altitude sickness at ground level. Plants die because they can't photosynthesize with such low oxygen and so much CO. Ecosystems collapse. The second consequence: atmospheric pressure drops maybe to a fraction of what we now have, making liquid water unstable. Oceans start vaporizing or freezing, weather collapses. Next comes extreme surface temperature swings. Without thick air, you get huge day-night swings. Scorching days and frozen nights, like what happens on Mars. Then the sky changes, suspended dust, iron oxide particles, a red or rust-colored hue dominating the horizon, the familiar blue gone. On longer timescales, the thin atmosphere fails to shield us from cosmic rays and solar radiation, causing higher mutation rates and collapsing habitability. Oceans either vanish or retreat to polar caps. The hydrological cycle breaks down, rain stops, rivers dry, deserts expand. And millions of years later, Earth becomes a dry, cold desert world with a thin mist of CO. Faintly breathable, but essentially uninhabitable for complex life. Now, here's the twist. While we've painted a bleak future, this scenario also gives us a mirror. It shows how fragile our atmosphere really is, how life and air are intimately linked. The surprising takeaway is this: the reason we're here breathing easy, safe from radiation, with stable oceans and a protective atmosphere, is a massive cosmic accident and a constant balancing act. So the real question becomes, what are we doing to keep that balance? If we ignore climate change, deforestation, pollution, atmospheric chemistry, we're essentially playing with the future of the air we breathe. This story isn't just a sci-fi thought experiment, it's a wake-up call. Our atmosphere could shift toward inhospitable states if we disrupt its balance too much. So take a moment and look around you. The air you breathe, the sky above, the sea and land below, they're all part of one system that makes life possible. If Earth's atmosphere became like Mars, we would lose all that. Our world would change beyond recognition. But thankfully, we can choose a different path. Protect our atmosphere, restore ecosystems, control emissions, guard our planet. If you found this video thought-provoking, please hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel Future Quest and click the bell so you don't miss future explorations of our universe and our world. Thanks for watching. Stay curious and remember, the air around you is a miracle worth cherishing.